welcome to ToddFun.com. Today's fun is a review of an airless, battery-powered, by DeWalt paint sprayer. I was doing a lot of prep to get ready to do a lot of painting in the 3-port garage, bunch of benches, big outdoor court wall, outdoor shed, and I wanted to do it with a sprayer, and I've used the air sprayers, and I thought maybe it's time for an airless sprayer. Because I can do a little bit at a time then, getting older, don't want to do so much work at once. So I wanted something easy to clean up and easy to pick up again when I had free time. And then when I saw that it had a DeWalt battery powered cordless, I guess they call this the Graco or whatever. At any rate, I bought this myself. This is not a paid sponsor of any kind. I'm just going to show you it, use it, and tell you what I think. I just think it's great that I use my DeWalt batteries and I can keep going all day, or as long as I want. And it seems like this is easy to clean up because it comes with these collapsible bags, so the paint sort of collapses and then it goes up inside, and then this kind of, when it's dry, then you can throw this away, or you can refill this. But it comes with 3 of these little pouches. And like I say, they're collapsible. And they're not that expensive, really. I'd probably reuse one a few times. It comes with one of these. I guess it's an orifice. It's how you select the orifice, and it's interesting. It's got an arrow on it which says, "Hey, you're in spray mode." But if you get a clog, you turn it around and you can clear a clog like that. Well, I'm going to finish the review on this cordless airless paint sprayer. I did finish my garage. I actually had the floors done too. If you'll notice, they're kind of a beige epoxy. And so I did every single wall. I taped everything up nicely, but it looks great. Even the ceilings, really super easy to paint. Let's go take a look at it. So this is pretty much everything it comes. It comes with a bag that actually is big enough to hold it. It comes with the gun, 2 batteries and a charger. Some of this protective fluid that you use only when you're done using it. If you're doing a several-day job, you just leave it. You just make sure you clean it good. It comes with a couple of these extra burp caps, because if this burp cap doesn't seal right here, then your gun's not going to work. So they know that, so they give you a couple extra of these burp caps. And then of course you get these collapsible bladder. These are 32-ounce refillables that work with this gun. And I keep one for cleanup, because you don't want to clean up with one of these full of paint. You want to, I'll cover that here in a second. But keep one for cleanup, and then 2 will last you a really big job. I use 2 for about almost 8 gallons of paint. You can get a pack of 10 of these on Amazon real cheap. In fact, I'll put a link in the notes for Amazon, as well as some of these parts. It comes with an orifice that will do pretty much your standard indoor latex paint. You get a bigger one for outdoor heavy paint, and thinner ones if you want to spray thin materials. Right now I have the blue content in there, and that's it. The biggest thing about this gun is how to get it going and using it. The biggest thing is you want to make sure you fill it to the top. A little different than what they say in the book. It does have a screen right there. Make sure that screen is clean. It will save the gun from getting crap in it. So I put it on this level surface and I fill it so it's just about full, because then there's not so much burping involved. And then it's easier to just put this on top and then just spin this can underneath it. You don't want to pick it up and tilt it like this, you'll get paint everywhere. So then that's how I would spin it on. Make sure it's tight. And then you tilt the gun like this. This is all kind of in the manual. And then you squeeze this, open this, and you squeeze this until it burps. And then you close it. If it's the first time you've used it since you've cleaned it, you turn it to prime, you run it for a few seconds, and then you turn it to spray. And then you burp it one more time. Make sure it's tilted like this so the air comes up this way. You just squeeze it till a little bit of paint comes out here, just a little bit, not much. And then you close it. And then make sure you turn it to clear, okay? And it's on spray and it's on clear. That means it's pointing backwards, it's on clear. And you point in a bucket and you just give it a few blasts and really get that paint going out. Then you can flip it to spray. And you're pretty much ready to go, except for you make sure the power is set to 6 for indoor latex paint. Any lower, the spray isn't good. Any higher, and it's funny. So, and this is critical because that gives you a good coat. If you turn it down, you probably can go a little slower, but it starts changing the spray pattern. And in your batteries, you want to make sure your batteries are topped off. If it gets down to 1 bar, it's probably time to switch it out with a fresh one. It will spray decent until this thing stops. The thing I didn't do at their instructions was when I would fill this up, I wouldn't bother with all the other monkey junk. I just left this where it was set for spray. I would fill this up. I would burp it 1 time. I wouldn't take this out of spray mode. I would leave it in spray mode. I would, of course, flip it around and give it a good shot to make sure paint's coming out. And then I'm back to work. That quick. I didn't follow all the other priming, burping stuff priming malarkey. As long as you burp it good and it already has full of paint, it'll be fine. Not much else to using it. It sprays really, really good. You got to really keep going. Follow the instructions. Don't bend your wrist. Stay going really straight and keep going really fast. Overlaying half by half, just like I said earlier in the video. And this thing will put down a ton of paint. Make sure that you're wearing a bunny suit and a respirator. Make sure you've got your feet covered. Make sure everything's taped, because the paint will get on everything. So that means don't wear shoes that you don't want to get full of paint. Don't have anything uncovered that you don't want paint on, because it will get everywhere. But then that's the point of these. You're doing shelving, you're doing garage, you're doing a court wall, you're doing an outside wall. You're doing things where you can spray. Otherwise, get out a roller, get out a paintbrush, because you'll spend a lot less time prepping everything. And this is it. I bought it with my own money. That's kind of what I use my YouTube money for. It worked great. It worked amazing. I was very impressed with how well it worked. I had absolutely no problem painting this garage and all my shelving. Cleanup, I didn't do cleanup like they said. I did clean up differently. So I'll close with my way of cleaning it up, so that if you want to use my way, well, you can try. But the book does have their way. So I start off, I leave the battery on, I take it off, and I put in a new clean, I throw away the bladder and I put a clean one in, because I just don't want to clean up all the paint that's inside of one of these collapsible cups. Then the next thing I did is I turned it upside down and got it under a spigot, and I washed this all out. Just tilted it like this so that the water kind of comes out and goes down like a bathtub flow of water, really. And then I pull this out and clean this, rinse this, and then clean this with a toothbrush. Get it really clean. And then rinse this some more. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the paint out of this innards of this thing. And then you pull the trigger with your binky with it upside down with the water flowing in, and just let it spray water out. That'll clear the tip, and it'll get some of the water or some of the paint out of here. Then you can go ahead and rotate this to clear clog. That's a clear clog mode. Put it on the water some more, rinse it some more. Really get this thing clean as much as you can with water flowing in here. And then take this tip off. It just unscrews. It's also how you change the spray pattern, up or down, left or right. Clean this up with the toothbrush. Clean this up with the toothbrush. And then that can set aside. And then this is open, and rinse it some more. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger and let it rinse. And then, when you got this as clean as you can, flip it over and take this guy off and clean this guy a little bit. And get a toothbrush in there and clean it up real good. And then put it back on. This is that burp valve. You don't want any paint left in there to dry, because it'll seal it up, and then that's clean. So at that point, this entire top mechanism is clean, but there's still some paint inside. Still some paint inside. But it can be cleaned out easily by filling this up with water, fresh warm water, and put it on real tight. And then burp it, just like you have paint in it. Get it burped. And then turn it to prime and pull the trigger, and what will happen is it'll prime itself. It'll pull water up inside and then back down again. And you'll see this cloud up with the colored paint you're using. and then turn it forward and spray some out the nose, clear that some more. Then you do that about 4 times. That is, you drain this, refill this, do that same burping, priming, spraying, and after about the 4th time, you're going to see that when you're in prime mode, no more cloudiness will come down in here. That means there's no more paint up in here to dry. And then you flip it this way and spray it again with one last clean one, and that is clean. And if you're going to paint later that day or the next day, then you're good to go. You just want to make sure that you squirt some, once you start up again the next time, that you spray some paint out this thing with it in clear mode, so that you flush out some of the water that's inside this mechanism. You don't want to spray that water on your wall. So get it, point it in a bucket and spray that first amount of gook out so it's got fresh paint in it on your next job. If, however, as I said earlier, you're going to store this for multiple days, you don't want the innards corroding, in which case you want that blue solution in there, which you can see there's some in there now. It's just drained out of this, out of it. And to put that in, you just follow the manual. You put a cap full in here, right? And then you just put this on upside down, pull the trigger a little bit, just to get it moved around inside here. Leave this on, leave the clean one on there with a little bit, and then that blue stuff will just drip down inside of here, and you won't have a mess. And then that's it, it's clean. Take your battery off and use your battery for your other tools. But it worked great. It's way expensive because of the battery pack and everything, but it was super nice not to, I was doing shelving and I was going around things, and really nice not having a cord, really nice being able to move in and out of things and go to the tub and clean it up. I actually cleaned it up in the tub because there was so much water flow. And so, great device, expensive, the price needs to come down, but thumbs up, get you one. I'll have some in the notes. You'll love it, and you keep it clean, it'll do every job for you, and it'll do a great job. Thanks for joining. Bye.